Hello, hello. Thank you all for joining me today. Thank you all for dialing in. Um, those on LinkedIn, I greet you. Good morning if you're in the UK, and good afternoon or good evening wherever you're dialing from and joining me from today. Um, I'm actually excited to be back on here today. Last week, we had some technical challenges and couldn't broadcast for some strange reason. So I'm super excited that I'm back on live this morning. And I actually have an interesting topic that I want to share with you today. Um, for those of you who have reached out, thank you. And if you have any suggestions or ideas or feedback, whatever it is, feel free to send me a message, send me a DM or email me. You see, the email is right there at the bottom of the screen somewhere, scrolling. Send me an email and I monitor that email address, so I'll be able to come back to you and also bring up your ideas. So maybe you have something you want me to talk about or bring up on this live series. Absolutely, I would be looking forward to hearing from you all. Now, for those who do not know what this show is all about, this is Evolve and Adapt with Victor. Evolve and Adapt with Victor. The focus of this webcast talk is on the three pillars that underpin capacity development and skills transformation and business growth, which are, for me, I call them the three E's: elevate, empower, and educate. So, those three E's are, for me, the pillars that underpin human transformation and business growth or business success. Okay. Now, having said that, what are we talking about today? What are we talking about? Let's get into the topic of today. Um, Today, I want to talk to you about building agile teams. Building agile teams. I do a lot of work with smaller startups, small, medium enterprises, and large organizations. And from time to time, we're always having to stand up, new teams. We have to stand up agile teams to deliver an outcome or to help execute a project, whether it's process change, whether it's product development, whether it's software, whatever it is. Agile is now part and parcel of conversations across multiple organizations. And I mean, I've talked about some of this before. The reasons are not far fetched. So today, I want to talk to you about, what are the things you should think about or consider when you are looking at building agile teams, whether it's speaking to your internal recruitment consultants or teams, or whether it's talking to your recruitment partners, or whether it's even trying to, pull individuals from within your organization together to form, a team using the agile approach to deliver an outcome or deliver an objective. What things should I be thinking about um, as part of this process? And that is what I want to talk to you about today. But let's kick off by talking about what exactly an agile team is. I've basically tried not to start defining agile because that's not the focus of my conversation this morning. But I basically just highlighted some of the attributes, so to speak, or some of the anatomy you would use to describe an agile team. The first thing I've mentioned here is an agile team is cross-functional. Another word that is quite popular is multidisciplined. Yeah, so you have a team of individuals with different skills and capabilities coming together, with singular objective or singular goal. So the other thing to mention is that an agile team you think about is an agile team need to have the required ability. So that's exactly similar to the first. So they need to have the right skill set. You want to have the right individuals in that team. And also you want to make sure that they're authorized to be able to do that job, meaning they have the empowerment, they have the backing to deliver whatever outcome it is you're trying to achieve. The third thing here is the ability for the team to produce working software. I included this one here because this list is not exhaustive actually, but I added this one here because in the Agile Manifesto, we say one of the principles is that working software is the real or true measure of progress. So the team should be able to produce, working software. If it's not software, they should be able to produce an outcome. They should have the ability to deliver what they've been set out to do. So that's important. And lastly, I've added for the fourth point here, I did talk about the ability for the team to prioritize collaboration. Yeah, the ability for the team to an agile team will work together. They will collaborate and bring ideas together, even though they are different individuals, they have different ideologies, or even come from different backgrounds or different disciplines, but they will kind of work together as a joint force to deliver an outcome and objective. Okay, so that's talking about kind of laying the foundations of understanding, okay, what exactly is an agile team. So when you're building an agile team, it's important to, even though we already said they're cross-functional, meaning they're multidiscipline. However, it's important to also define roles and responsibilities between within that team. Also, who is doing what part. Think about it like a football team. That's how I describe it. Somebody will play the defense, somebody will play the attack. Some people play the side. So you need to think about like all working together to win a game, to achieve an objective. So they will have to be empowered in their respective capabilities with the right level of support from senior leadership. Now, this is so important. I'll cover this in some of the other points later, but the empowerment is not just about empowering the team, but also you want to make sure that there's the right level of support from your senior leadership within your organization, who have also, they must actually have bought into that, agile mission. So that's quite important. And moving on, there's the need to build an independent team that is also able to adapt very quickly to changes. As you know, agile approach or agile method is about flexibility, is about the ability to adapt to constant changes, whether that is to do with customer requirements or user requirements or technology changes or whatever process changes or people change. The team needs to be able to quickly adapt and collaborate as a cross-functional group. And this is so important. So you don't want to make sure that the people you're bringing together have this mentality, they have this mindset and understand the reason and the purpose and how agile works. But these are key. So let's cover some of the things I think is important for anyone who is involved in building agile teams or building an agile team should know. I have also tried to streamline and call out some key points. The list is not exhaustive, but if you start from here, I believe it will help you to make sure that when you're pulling that team together, you have the right foundations in place, you are approaching it with the right mindset, and that the team you pull together will be a team that will be formidable and be able to deliver your organizational objective. Now, I mentioned this before slightly, but I will touch on it now. This is the starting point. You want to make sure that you get senior leadership support. Yeah, senior leadership support. And this is very crucial. And this is where things can begin to get really messy if you don't have senior leadership support, but you're trying to pull together an agile team. I know that I have first-hand experience of scenarios across, having worked with many organizations, first-hand experience in situations where senior leadership are not fully understood, or they're not fully on board with the idea or the concept or the approach of delivering projects or products, in an iterative manner. So it's important if it means that you have to show them, the benefits or the value of the agile methods or what you want to do and the goals and objectives you plan to achieve. It's important to do those things first so that you get the buy-in from your senior leadership, from your management. This cannot be overemphasized. What this does is that when your team start having some challenges, or when you still need to manage expectations, because the leadership is on board, it's the conversation, the engagement is a lot smoother. The support for your team is there to make sure that they have everything they need to succeed. Okay, so moving on, the next thing is to think about defining the goals of the team. Yeah, why are we pulling these people together? Yeah, what is the vision? What is the objective? The objective, what are the objectives, or what is the objective that these guys need to achieve for us, and when? You have to bear in mind that the bigger the goals, the more the risk, of course. So it's important to maybe think about, being realistic and kind of keep it small, and then when you keep your goals small as well, it gives you the opportunity to be able to estimate and forecast and plan. Sometimes, like I said, less is more. So if you think about making your goals so ambiguous and huge, and maybe, in 2 years or 3 years, it might be difficult to kind of forecast and plan your work. But when you think about your goals and objectives in the short term, for example, if it's a product, you're thinking about what is the minimum usable subset or minimum valuable version of the product that we can deliver, and when can we deliver that, and then we can look at scaling or adding more features. Think about it in terms of what is the smallest unit of value that we can deliver quicker and faster, and then we can begin to get feedback from our customers or our users or our stakeholders, in real time, instead of waiting to, a long time to do like a big bang type approach work. And that is exactly what we're trying. So you need to sit down with it, have a conversation with the team, or have a conversation with the stakeholders, or whoever is requesting an agile team to be created, to have a clear definition of the goal that they want the agile team to deliver. Moving on, now this one is important, and this is about empowerment. I know I did mention slightly, but I just want to kind of zone in on this a little bit. Trust is the very important element here. I think there's a typo on my text here, but you need to ensure that you empower your team by trusting them. Let them manage issues, let them choose their task, let them have the liberty to decide the approach that they want to take to solve a problem. The reason why I'm spotlighting this and I'm highlighting this here is because, also based on my experience, I've seen situations where managers want to get involved in the way the teams work, and this leads to micromanaging. And also breaks the trust that you have, or that you should be demonstrating to your team members, such that they have the confidence that they can make decisions, and whatever decisions they make, they can learn. Even if it's a bad one, they're able to learn from it. Yeah. So you need to, as a manager or as a leader, try to build an agile team within your organization, whether it's a startup or whether it's whatever size of the organization. It's important to trust your team. Trust them. Let them work and learn and play back to you, what they have learned and how they have grown and how they have matured, and stay away from getting involved and, to micromanage, or, the individuals or members of the team. Okay, so that's good. The next one I'll cover here is about mindset. Yeah. I understand, it's time, it's money, it's resources going into building an agile team. We want outcomes to be delivered very quickly. We want it by this time so that we can hit this target and all that stuff. But think about it. Think about the fact that mistakes are lessons. Yeah. And this mindset is important. The right mindset is that mistakes are not the end of the world. As long as the team they are learning from the mistake, in fact, the earlier those mistakes are made, the better. Okay, and that's the right mindset to have. The team should be able to experiment. They should be able to fail and fail forward and fail fast, so that those mistakes they've made, they now know how not to do it, and then how better, or look for alternative, better approach, better alternatives to achieve, those objectives. So it's important that as the mistakes are, as the team is working together, they are constantly inspecting, the way they work, the solutions they offer, the ideas, the approaches they're taking, and they're also adapting, quickly to better ways, and then to better ideas and to better solutions as they mature on that agile journey. So mistakes, not the end of the world. You need to have that at the back of your mind when building an agile team. I think there's one more thing before I go, and this is, excuse me, sort of links to the one I just talked about, and this is about flexibility. I know that in traditional project management, it can be so difficult to make changes because everything is kind of defined and planned like well in advance. But the idea of working in an agile environment is for the agile team and stakeholders to adapt quickly when the need arises. Okay, the ability to flex around changing requirements and changing landscape and respond very quickly, and adapt is so important. So this I've highlighted this not just for the agile team, but this is also important for your business stakeholders or your senior stakeholders or your management, to understand the ability to be flexible, to be open-minded about the approach, and the iterative approach that the team will be taking. I know that I have a long list of things I can talk about, but I thought I'll call out these things, especially for people and individuals who are involved in building agile teams. If you are considering, or maybe trying to get a resource, or trying to build a team of in an agile way that will adopt an agile method. If you have any points you want to share, feel free, put them in the comments. I think I will do one more and cover a few more points about things that you should know, or things to consider as part of building an agile team. All right. Now, before I go, I've got a couple of announcements. So these are exciting times. I will be live on Instagram with Niger UK Girl. As you can see, Niger UK Girl. We're going to be having an amazing Instagram session on the 16th of October. Yes, 16th of October. If you're not following me on Instagram, please go and search for my name on Instagram and follow me, or you can search for Niger UK Girl and follow as well on Instagram, or you can actually just follow Join Momentum. So if you search for Join Momentum UK on Instagram, give us a follow, and join us live on Instagram on Niger UK Girls, and I will be talking to her about getting sponsorship. I know so many individuals. I'm calling the office, making inquiries, asking about how do I, plan my career transition in such a way that I can, secure my future, get a sponsored role possibly. And we're going to be talking about what sort of things should you consider. What are the pitfalls? What should you look out for? What ideas or what solutions are available that you can tap into to help you land that opportunity, or put you in a better position to secure that opportunity. So live on Instagram, 16th of October at 4 p.m. Look forward to seeing you there. And the next one is, we are going to Birmingham. You see the banner behind me there? Yeah, that's it. Career Tour 2022, Manchester. Thank you. Now our next stop is Birmingham, and we are in Birmingham on the 22nd of October. we are coming to the Midlands Arts Center in Birmingham. So you can see there, we've got one of the speakers on screen, including myself. We're going to be unveiling more speakers, but the topic we're looking at in Birmingham is unveiling career transition paths. Yeah, what opportunities are available in tech, in the tech space, that allows anyone who wants to, not maybe you don't necessarily have a technical background or technical abilities, but there are roles in tech that I am very, very confident about, that people can take advantage of and tap into, and build and have based on transferable skills that you've got. What opportunities are there for you in the tech space? So connect with us in Birmingham on the 22nd of October. 22nd of October, we are going to be in Birmingham. Career Tour UK. I think London dates and Glasgow dates are going to be announced also very, very soon. And yes, this is important. So if you are, we have a Discord community for growth. So if you're interested, please scan the QR code on your screen and join us on our Discord community. We have a lot of posts and comments and forums where we talk about different things, and you have an opportunity to join us on our weekly knowledge sharing session as well. So look forward to seeing you there. If you scan that code, join us on Discord and introduce yourself, and let's get to work together. And finally, I mentioned this before. If you have comments, if you have thoughts, if you have anything you want us to work together, if you have if you have a requirement, whatever it is, please drop us an email, hello@agileforstartups.co.uk. And that will be everything from me today. Thank you all so much for listening. I look forward to seeing you next week again when I come your way. Enjoy yourselves and take care of yourselves, and have a powerful day. Have a powerful day. Bye for now. Bye for now.